think there should be online Smash tours so that you could just play that game mode against anybody in the world that you wanted to, or against friends. Another big one that was seriously underwhelming for me is the amiibos. There should be an online amiibo mode, so you actually have a reason to level these guys up. I mean, I'm sure there are lots of people that can invite their friends over and whatever may be, but for us adults that play this game, it's a lot harder for us to have time to invite people over to actually, bring amiibos and let them play against each other. And it's not something I would want to do all that often, but I think there should be an online mode where you can just get on and be like, you know what, I feel like pitting my amiibo against somebody else today and see how they do. I think it would be very funny to watch. I would love to see a return of the break the targets mode and board the platforms for every character. I know that's going to be asking a lot because of how many characters are going to be in this new game, but that was one of my favorite things about the older Smash games. I loved it in N64, and I would practice all the time to see how much faster time I could get, and I played it all the time in Melee as well. Really think it was a staple of the series and something they should just bring back, especially if they're not going to do like a subspace emissary type of deal. Having at least a board the platforms or a break the targets so you can test your skill with that character would be great. That's something that really helped me improve playing as well, because I learned different ways that I could stretch characters to reach certain places. And it helped me in competitive play a lot as well. Along the same kind of lines, something I really missed from the N64 version is the race to the finish. I know it was kind of a pointless little thing probably to most people, but I thought it was really fun and kind of funny. I know it's kind of similar to Smash Tour in a way, but I think that it should be thrown back in like classic mode, just to kind of break up the constant only having a battle with this character and this character and this character, but to have, your break the targets, board the platforms, and then have a race to the finish would be really fun again. I think they need to bring back a boss rush mode. One of my favorite things about Brawl was trying to beat the boss rush mode with different characters and on different difficulties, and I would like to see a return of that, even if there's not a subspace emissary. They could still have some boss characters through like classic mode and then make a boss rush mode as well. Something I think would be funny and interesting, not necessarily this is something that I absolutely want to have done. I just think it would be funny that if you died online or got like disrespected online, that you lose a taunt, so that the other person can taunt you and you can't do it back, so it just makes you look worse. I don't know. There should be an automatic setting when you're about to upload replays where it just shuts the in-game music off so that you don't have to worry about that. There were so many times I went to upload replays and it took forever to freaking upload, and then by the time it was done and I finally went and looked at it online, it had background music and I'd already deleted the replay. There should be kind of like a filter option when you get online to play against people where you can say, search for somebody who uses this character a lot or this character a lot, or, select your character first and then go in and say, I'm searching for a matchup against this character, and the other player with that other character searching for yours, and then, you could learn different matchups better that way, so you could train specifically against certain characters. I'd really like to see some changes made to Kirby. The Kirby series is one of my favorite series, especially growing up. I love Kirby Superstar. It was my favorite game. I just think it would be interesting to give him more copy abilities from his games. I know there's a few in his moveset, but it's pretty limited when you think about how many total abilities he actually has throughout the years. I think it'd be interesting if you could choose either regular Kirby with a moveset or with his traditional moveset, or you could switch to a different costume change or alt and have several different abilities available. Like you could swap to a different alt and be Plasma Kirby, or you could be Sword Kirby, or whatever, and their moveset, or his moveset, would reflect the moveset that he kind of has in the Kirby games. I think it would be really fun to have a game mode, especially online, well, either local or online, where you can choose to nullify one of your enemy's attacks every time you win a match. So every time you win a match, you pick one of their directional attacks or whatever, and the game actually prohibits you from using it, so then you're limited to, I have to beat this person with these few moves and see what you can do with that. I think it'd be a fun kind of different twist mode. And just a few bonus modes I'd like to talk about. Something that I've always loved doing from the very first game was finding somebody to play against that would actually follow this, of course. Some people just try to goof around and don't really do it, but I think there should be an actual mode for having like a bomb battle where the only items are bombs and you can only pick characters like Link or Samus that actually have an explosive, and that's the only move you're allowed to do. We had some hilarious battles back in the day with only bombs or only swords, only beam swords, different things like that. It was one of my favorite ways to play the game when I was a kid, and I just think it would be a really fun, different game mode. Well, that's it for my ideas for Smash Brothers for now. If you like any of the ideas, let me know in the comments section. If there's anything else you've thought of that might be interesting, I'd love to hear about it. Please comment below, leave a like, and subscribe for more Nintendo Steal My Ideas.